What's going on? I know it was a rough Monday for a lot of teams. You know, my team, Eagles fan, Jags fan. Maybe the Thursday can make it a little better. You know what I'm saying? I know all of us woke up on Monday. Come on, sing it with me. Come on. Every day some new shit. People with my bitch, but life still lit. Hey, ride down the strip, $500,000 whip. 5 M's for the kids, but nights like this. Everything I want to hear, I scratch them off the list. Besides the win, it's about me. Word around the town.
I'm a pimp.
I won't get my heart, I'm putting it down. I'm not a simp. Big OG, I'm him. Hey, park the back the lamb and then go GLE, I'm tripping. Yeah, man. Hey, man. That song just hit. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you gotta. Hey, run it back. Sometimes this line right here, it just fits for all everything you got going on. You know what I'm saying? You have a bad day, everything. This song come on, it sums it all up. You know what I'm saying? Team no loss. Every day some new shit. Hey, people with my bitch right now, but life still lit. It is. Ride down the strip, Hey, man. It sums up a lot. It sums up a lot, man. It sums up a lot. What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of IDK Sports Podcast, your premier spot to talk sports with the average guys. My name is Anthony. That's my main man, Kenny. Like, share, subscribe, because this is the premier spot to talk sports with the average guys every Thursday right here live on YouTube. Oh, man. A lot of things been going on, man. A great football weekend. Probably one of the best football.
Yeah, you think so?
I didn't had in a long time. I mean, like, besides my team losing them games, all the playoff games were high intensity.
They were fire.
Great games, man. Great games. And we got college football championship is set. A surprise coach opening came up. A lot of things happened this weekend, man. I ain't even have time this week. I didn't even look. I don't have no big dogs of the week for y'all this week. Ain't got no big dogs of the week, but I do got a segment that is starting to become a thing.
Okay.
It's starting to become a thing. This segment is like starting to really become a thing.
All right.
I think you're gonna know where I'm going with this, but man, gotta start off like this, man.
Reporting live down in the Maysville News Center, KBD, the artist known as Mr. Big, were to be released from prison.
It just keeps happening.
We get locked up. We going right back.
And I asked him, why did you do this?
This is becoming a weekly segment, man.
It's looking like a repeat offender.
This is becoming a thing with these athletes now, man. Hey, man, you know how it goes. Sing it with me.
You know.
Back in
1986.
All the Cadillac and put them things
on that bitch.
This is starting to become a thing, man. But it started off with another trial time, man. Javante Tank Davis has a warrant out for his arrest right now down in Miami. Let me get it real quick. I think it's for a domestic violence incident that happened back in October. They had a press conference about it. Right now, the Miami police office is now working with the marshal.
Yeah, working with the feds, bro.
So he has a warrant out for his arrest right now, man. In trouble again. This is the same kind of trouble that got him out of the Jake Paul fight that was supposed to happen.
Yep.
I mean, Tank having a rough one, man. You know what I'm saying? The brother is having a rough time with the legal troubles he got going on. Haven't got too much into it, you know what I'm saying? But like, it's really, I think that retirement thing is more to this. Like, he don't have the same trainer. A lot of things been like dropping off for him. Hey, man, it ain't looking good for your boy.
I'll say this, bro. That first go round with the whole Jake Paul shenanigan, like he was able to shake the first go around. I'll say that. He was able to shake the first time just because it was like local PD. All right, maybe we don't have enough to prosecute. But when that thing escalated, and boy did it. That case got escalated and the marshals got a hold of that case. And what makes this go around a little bit different, boy, they got surveillance footage.
Yeah. So
they got surveillance footage.
Just to be right, I got this. This is an ESPN article. saying the arrest warrant has been issued for WBA light heavyweight champion Gervonta Tank Davis in connection with an alleged domestic violence incident from October. The warrant has been issued, and the charges are as follows, including false imprisonment, battery, and attempted kidnapping. Miami Gardens police held a news conference on Wednesday, which is yesterday, stating that they are working with U.S. Marshal Fugitive Task Force to find Davis. So at this time, he does have a warrant out for his arrest. And, it just happened. So I don't want to say the brother's on the run. Sometimes they work out negotiations,
yeah, where he walks in. Yeah.
Turn himself in. I don't think Tank will go on the run. He'll probably turn himself in tomorrow because he usually work out something with his lawyers for like turn in, release the same day. But it says going on, said Davis allegedly grabbed the woman by the back of her head, pulling her with one hand, holding her throat with another, and forcefully dragging her through a stairwell, kitchen, and the back exit before physically assaulting her in a parking garage.
Brother, let me tell you, they said, and mind you, this was all a claim that stemmed from, said when we ain't gonna drop no names or nothing, but that stemmed from woman that she proposed at the beginning. Like I said, he was able to shake the first time. There was nothing really there to back up and support that claim or this alleged claim. But like I said, it's a little bit different. Them boys got surveillance now. That backs up all of that. Everything you see in that report, they said they got the footage to support all of that.
Man, got a criminal arrest warrant from a judge. The judge has to sign off on an arrest warrant. So you have to have enough evidence to get an arrest warrant. You know what I'm saying? I ain't never been locked up before, but some people. You have to get the DA has to have enough. The cops have to have enough evidence for the DA to even want to take it to a judge and the judge to sign off on it. So this ain't like no regular, you know what I'm saying? This man got some real stuff. Like this ain't something you can just pay your way out of. Now it's in the state's hands.
That's what again, like I said, it's a little bit different first time. We was even starting to hype up his return in 2026. Like, hey, you know what I'm saying? He might be getting back in that gym, but
you boy, be fighting the Fed.
About to say, boy, you might get in a fight in the prison with Ving Rhames and Wesley Snipes and Undisputed 4, but other than that, you ain't about to sing the ring for the minute, brother. You ain't about to see Vegas for a minute.
It's not looking good for your boy. That's how I'll put it like that. Hopefully he doesn't go on the run and makes it worse for himself. Hopefully he turns himself in and works through that. But hey man, sometimes things catch up to you, man.
Yeah, when they got you, brother. I'm gonna tell you that. When they got you. So go ahead and get your affairs in order these next 24 hours.
Yeah, big dog.
Go ahead and walk that road, brother.
Do not look good for you, big dog. It does not look good for you. So that's, you know what I'm saying? Maybe next week we'll have a week where we don't have anything legal pop up. Well, I don't have to.
Hey, brother, it's only Thursday. It's only Thursday. Got a long week.
Maybe that.
And it's a holiday weekend. Oh, and it's a holiday weekend. Who knows where we be at by Monday?
Tank might not turn himself in to Tuesday. You go in Friday, you ain't getting out Tuesday, most likely. So it's a holiday. He a profile person. So moving off of that, on to college football, man. Big last week. Was it last week or the week before? The week before. Last time we recorded, the college football playoff semifinals were getting played. And let's look at the first one. The one that was happening while we were recording. Miami outlast Ole Miss in an instant classic game.
It was fire.
We watched that game. That was a great game. Some of the stats. Carson Beck was 23 for 37, 268, 268 yards, 2 touchdowns, 1 pick. And Malachi Tony was 5 receptions, 81 yards for a touchdown. And Keon Marion was 7 receptions for 114 the touchdown. Mark Fletcher Jr., another big running performance behind that good offensive line. 22 carries for 133 yards. Really ran the ball. But Trinidad Chambers also came to play, 23 for 37, 277, a touchdown. Keon Lacey, he got hurt in that game, but
Yeah,
he
he
had
did.
11 carries for 103 yards, 1 touchdown. Quiet has kept one of the really good running back. Zion Scribbling also had 5 receptions for 77 yards receiving. This is a great game, man. Couple takeaways from this game. Miami, man, I told y'all Miami had the tools to make it to the championship game, possibly win this championship. Carson Beck played a really good game that game. Carson Beck played a really good game that game and was accurate when he needed to be, but they did what they had to do. They ran the football. So Mark Fletcher ran the football behind that good offensive line has been playing good all playoffs. Playing, especially that left side, been playing good all playoffs. Trinidad Chambers, though. What more can be said about him? You know what I'm saying? He's a gamer. Now, I don't know why Pro is not looking at him a little bit more now that he is going to enter. I know it might be a size thing, but undefeated at Fair State, won a national championship. And like I say, big games play well because of him. Not team plays because of him. He's a gamer. True dual threat. Moments never look too big for him. So he really stepped up for Ole Miss. But Miami just a little too talented. Malachi Tony is a great young receiver, great young talent. Miami went from barely getting in to now in the championship game. What more can you say?
Yep, picking up right there. I got a few points. So picking up right where you left it off. Hey, Notre Dame. Oh, we didn't forget. We back to that topic. Yeah, all those folks that was like, oh man, I Notre Dame didn't get, but Miami got in, and then championship game on Monday, folks. Tune in. Can't wait to see you there. It's gonna be a great game, and the team that got chose over you is in it, so we can hush that noise up. 2. I'll say this. Hats off to Ole Miss. You know, this has kind of been like a Cinderella-esque run. You know, I understand the regular season, the success they had, and, you know, they was by no means did, you know, all those things just fall apart just because they're in the postseason and their playoffs. But if it was to happen, it'd be justified. I mean, mind you, they was in the headlines prior to all this playoffs being kicked off with, you know, Lane Kiffin and what they're gonna do under their current interim coach, and you know, maybe some staff gonna stay, some staff gonna leave, you know. But hats off to them players and people that stayed in that locker room. They kept that locker room solid, bro. Enough so to where they can make a run to the semifinals. So they ain't got nothing to hang their head on. I mean, so by all means, they want, you know, took a lot of tough games on the road, you know, beating Georgia in a nail biter, going, you know, playing up to the task up against Miami, man. It's like they showed up for every game. By no means did they cop out and, you know, just say, well, at least we got here. Nah, them boys played, man. It just so happened that they just ran up a little bit of that magic against Miami, you know. But by no means was it a lack of effort. My next point, Trinidad Chambers, his stock is about to soar, especially with the news of Dante Moore returning back to Oregon. Um, I think right now the league is just looking for anybody to fill that QB2 spot. So if it's a battle between him and Todd Simpson, who I'm also hearing is still getting deals to return back to college, is like it's the shoes are kind of made for him to fit if he wants to be QB2. And by April, we would have talked ourselves into him being a decent prospect. And by all means, to Ant's point, he plays big in big games. So for me, it's not a hard case to make. And my last point, again, going to Ole Miss and that team, Keywan Lacey. He had a 7-3-yard touchdown in that game, bro. He is going to be squarely in that competition to be RB1 next year. Y'all know I'm a draft guy, but he's squarely in that competition. I know Justice Haynes is coming back, Ahmad Hardy, Isaac Brown. The names keep going and keep going and keep going, but Keywan Lacey is still a name to know Come 2027. Mark my word. That boy can go.
Yeah. So like I said, great game. Miami's been looking good this whole playoffs. Ole Miss, nothing to hang your head on. They had a great season and went down fighting. So nothing but respect to Ole Miss. Let's get to the other one, man. Boy, Indiana dismantles Oregon, man.
Eesh.
Dismantles Oregon, man. Like I was kind of shocked, not shocked that Indiana won, but the way they won. They beat Oregon 56-22. Let's get to Indiana stat. Mendoza, 17 for 20, 177, 5 touchdowns. You had Elijah Sarrett. I hope I'm saying his name right.
Elijah Surratt.
Yeah. All right, brother. 7 receptions, 75 yards, and 2 touchdowns. And then for Oregon, you had Dante Moore, 24 for 39, 285, 2 touchdowns, a pick, a nasty pick 6. Early. First play.
I'm about to say first play of the game.
Right? Jeremiah Johnson, 4 receptions, 83 yards, a touchdown. This is a dismantling, man. That offensive line was throwing Oregon's defensive line, no matter which way they want to move. Oregon might got the speed, but the more physical football team in this game was the Indiana Hoosiers.
Mm-hmm.
Eddie and way they go about business is just
work, man. Lunch pail.
Hey, we're gonna come here and do our thing. Like Mendoza didn't do much great in this game. I mean, he did good things, but it wasn't like he had to do too much.
Bingo.
We're gonna get into that a little bit when we talk about the next game. Talk about a little
matchup.
Bit of talk about a little bit of pro stock too. The Indiana, man, physicality. That's what it's been all year. Physicality. We are going to be the more physical team, offensive line, defensive line, and we do got playmakers as well. That's basically what it is. And Dan Lanning got to get some more physical players. Having a lot of speed is cool, but when it comes down to like in the playoffs, when it's colder and it means more, Oregon. This is the second year in a row. Oregon looks like they was the less physical team when they lost. When they, I think last year when it was the Ohio State, they lost.
Yeah.
This year against Indiana, like Dan Lanning got it. It's cool. They got a ton of team speed. That's undeniable. But he has to start recruiting physical football players, especially on that offensive line and defensive side. You know what I'm saying? Like, because when they come up against a team that's just as talented as them, it shows. The lack of physicality shows heavy, especially in the postseason. So, Oregon fans, Dan Lanning got to get that figured out. But Indiana, what more can you say? What more can you say about the coach? What more can you say?
I'll give you just a little pushback, bro. I mean, because they do got that Oregon defense. They have players between like Mateo and Amari Washington, but it's like I said, it's only a little pushback, just because in a sense those still are finesse players. Even if you go back to last year with Derek Harmon, like it's a little grit, but it's more finesse than there is grit to that defense. You know what I'm saying? Even be clear, I'm just leaving Finney out of this. That true freshman corner they got out there, because that's an A1 dog all day. He going top 5. But those second and third level defenders, some of that, filling your gap, setting the edge, being responsible, putting a hat in the hat, that type of, you got to be that type of defense, it's either put up or shut up. You either got it or you don't. And to Ann's point, if I'm saying I'm only giving you a little pushback, finesse can win you some snaps. It's not going to win you all the snaps. You know what I mean? So I'll still relate to what you're saying. But some things, sometimes you just the next team on the train track, bro. It could just be as simple as that. Like Indiana has outscored their opponent in these last 2 games by a combined 69 points, bro.
Mm-hmm.
When you're hot, you're hot. You know what I mean? Like when it's rolling, it's rolling, bro. When everything's clicking, it's just clicking. We got 2 tuds for Elijah Surratt. Omar Cooper got a tud. Charlie Becker got a tud. The running back got 2. First play of the game, we got a pick 6. few 3-and-outs here, fumble over here. It's like they end up having 3 turnovers against Oregon. It's like, bro, like when you're hot, you're just hot.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? What happens when, something that seems dominant runs into an immovable force? You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? And like, again, we know Oregon to be an explosive team at times. Sometimes that kind of kilters, tampers off. But then you just got Indiana, who, week in and week out, 15-0 now, or now, I think they're now 16-0. I don't really keep up in the postseason. But
15 though.
16-0? Yeah,
15.
but 15? Thank you. So you just got a team that's just, they find a way to win. They win the scrappy games, and then they just dominate the games they're supposed to win. It's like, bro, you just gotta tip your hat like, hey, they are for certainly the better team right now, and they have shown that for sure in these last 2 games. So finally, bro, and your dream has come true. Indiana's that program you were telling me about is
Well, yeah.
starting. It's starting to bud flowers, brother.
Hey man. Hey man. Yeah, man. Indiana just like it's nothing more you can say. Like they're just physically dismantling teams, man. It's wild. Let's get right into it, man. Monday. Why does it not want to work? There we go. Monday. Miami, Indiana, national championship. I think this is going to be a good one. This is going to be a really good one. I think it's going to be a physical football team. You got Mario Cristobal, ex-O line coach, and they play calls or play like they football coaches or O-line coach. Because even when the passing game is going good, they're going to run the football. They're going to run the football. They're going to be a physical team. That left side of that offensive line, that's what they run behind the All-American. I mean, the All-Conference players. They're gonna push the pile, and they're gonna make you physically stop them from running. Well, Indiana defensive line has been playing physical all year. So it's gonna be a low scoring game. This is gonna be a very physical football game. I think if you a fan of hitting, stuff in the run, good D line play, O line trying to move grown men out the way, this is that game. It's going to come. I think this is going to be a very physical football game. It's going to be a low-scoring football game. I think that it's going to come. Always going to come down who doesn't turn the ball over. That's the big. Who doesn't turn the ball over? I think both teams are playing very well. Miami done found their stride. Indiana's been playing well all year. I think that, like I said, I think it's going to be a close game. I think they don't blow them out, but I think it's Indiana's year, man. I got Indiana 21-17. And they like get a stop as Miami's driving. I think it ends Miami kind of run. I think it's going to be 21-17, and they finish off the miracle season.
Yeah, bruh. I don't have it low scoring. I don't. Like I said, I kind of tipped my hat a little bit earlier, bro. When you hot, you hot. I get it. It's Miami and that defense that's been, stomping a lot of fires out. I get it. I even get the fact that they're gonna be at the crib. This is damn near a home game for Miami, bro. I get it. Trust me. I see. I see that side, but, bruh, they're efficient. You know what I'm saying? It's one of the strong suits now, bro. Like it's hard to contest a team that's, again, week in and week out, they know how to win, on the offensive side of the ball. Now they don't have all the stars and all the 4-star, 5-star, recruits and prospects. You know what I'm saying? It's not a team littered with, stars up and down that roster. But to be clear, that defense plays a one band, one sound. You know what I'm saying? It's a tone set, and that tone will be set early. Stuff to run. So those gritty, tough runs that Mark Fletcher got off, rely on that if you want to. There's a chance that Malachi Tony may be snuffed out early in this game by D'Angelo Ponce. He might just come out, hey, play one, lock up. My man. It could be just that.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So And with the way that team is rolling, and we gotta say it with the way Mendoza's playing, we
But
gotta say it.
see that part right there. That the Mendoza. What Mendoza playing how? Because a lot of people get all right, bro. See, I'm gonna get hate, but Mendoza about to go up against a true top pick defensive lineman that have made a lot of people look real average. A lot of people look real average. He didn't get no pressure in that game. He was 177 for 5 touchdowns on a bad Oregon team that got their heart taken early.
Yeah.
That Bama team, we knew Bama.
I was about to say, what we gonna say about Bama then?
It was coming. Bama was showing they was ready to get their ass whooped sooner than later.
Yeah,
It's Miami
but
team tight. Like I think this is the best defense they're gonna play in the playoffs. With a true top 3 pick that's gonna be on them, make the plays off them. Because all right, yo.
now
I don't want to get my pro stuff too early, but Mendoza giving some Daniel Jones vibes. But go ahead.
That's funny you mention that because come Tuesday morning, he may be waking up with the same career trajectory as Cam Newton.
Who?
Mendoza. Boy, is a Heisman. That boy, okay.
Hey, yo, don't do that. Don't do that. You didn't say Mendoza's gonna have the same.
He can have close to the same resume. Watch out now. I'm just saying.
Cam Newton played 1 year as a starter. Mendoza been a starter at California for 3 years. Nobody heard of him.
Okay, I'm talking about a transfer. Did he not transfer? Transfer to Indiana. What happens? All right. I'm not saying he is Cam Newton. Mind you, my words were he having a career trajectory right now.
Having a season.
However you want to say it, brother. I'm saying is that he go Heisman, go win a chip, go with a chip. I forgot the best quarterback award. Hey, he's a lock to be picked number 1 overall in the next couple months.
When you look at Mendoza, what do you see with him in pro?
What do I see? I see a game manager, bro. In the words of the icon Cam Newton.
What kind of game?
What kind of game manager?
If I
had to liken
Mendoza's going to get picked number 1. Okay, whatever. I know because NFL is so hype on stuff. But what do you see?
If I had to liken his game to anybody, it'd be Mac Jones right now.
How'd that turn out?
I mean, be careful because Mac Jones had a resurgence.
Hey, no, Mac Jones a good backup. So what you saw in Chambers, and he put Ole Miss on his back. Did he put Indiana on his back to get these wins?
He made some big throws in the Ohio State game. I'm here to present an argument. You understand? And my argument is to say that
I get it.
No, hold on. No, because I think you brushing this off like I don't mean it. And I do. The funny part is that I do. I do mean it. So what I'm saying is that, bro, here's one thing. If I had to bet FanDuel or whatever, I think Mendoza's going to have a better game than Carson Beck. A better game, excuse me.
Agree. That's why I got them winning.
All right. Do we believe that the defense is more stout on Miami side or Indiana side? Miami, correct?
Miami.
All right. So wouldn't that mean something to you, Ant? Wouldn't that mean like, all right, he's facing the top defense in the nation?
He's not going to be able to have the stat line that he did against Oregon.
Oh, no, I'm not counting that. I'm definitely not saying that.
And it's a lot of RPO dink and dunk.
He don't take shots on the field?
Not really. Not that much.
So what are you counting?
So this is what I'm saying. They have a really good run game. They have 2 really good running backs. They got 2 good running backs. The offensive line is amazing. The offensive line of Indiana is amazing. So that's where the game is going to be won. Can Dane and that defensive line stop? If they stop the run, I might live with Mendoza throwing the ball 30 times. I'll live with Mendoza throwing the ball 30 times.
And you'll lose.
I don't think so.
I think it's more significant.
If they know that they can pull, if they can pin their ears back and get to him, make him move off his spot, I think he's very average. Even when he's not off the spot, I think he's a little bit above average. I got Daniel Jones right now. He looks like Daniel Jones to me.
And what you just said qualifies for a multitude of quarterbacks if they get moved off their spot. Okay. Now, is he the most athletic person? No.
So Joker's saying, "Oh, he's number one pick." I'm hearing a lot of can't miss stuff, and that's crazy.
Bruh, what I'm saying is he's damn sure can't miss if you Vegas, if you're the Raiders.
I know you miss it that day, but we getting a lot of NFL stuff in, but this last question, and then I'll let you get to Indiana love ball. He was better than Dante Moore that day, but if you had to pick number one pick and Dante Moore was coming out, who you picking?
For the sake of my argument, I'm picking Mendoza. Don't play with me. Don't play with me. You ain't gonna hold my feet to the fire, brother. Don't play with me. I go down with the shit. Come on. Come on.
Go ahead. I think it's gonna be a good game. I got Indiana winning.
But here's my only thing, bro. If I'm being honest, bro, is that I think that's more Cignetti's thing to just force the run game. I don't think it's a lack of belief in Mendoza. Mm-hmm. I don't think so because there was times when like the run game was just it wasn't it.
McCarthy, they want a chance.
Yeah, and you took the words out of my mouth because I'm about to ask you who you think is better between him and JJ McCarthy.
I don't do that. That's not fair.
No, we're here now.
You know.
I asked the question. I can't take it back. And we're live. I can't. I asked the question.
JJ McCarthy, and I think Mendoza's better.
Thank you. All right, now stop. As a good lawyer, you get the answer you want. You stop. so moving forward, like I said, I don't think it's a case of we don't want Mendoza to throw because there was times where again 2-minute drill against Penn State. Hey, bro, we need you to make big throws. Iowa State, we need you to make big throws right now.
He made big throws. Big Ten championship, he made big throws. I give.
Thank you. All right. Okay. So I'm saying it's not a lack of faith that you can't get it done. All right. So is it just systematic that we just gonna work the ball down the field again? You see anybody with 5 tons, the last thing you expecting is 177 yards to go with it. That's the last thing you're expecting. But systematically, it fits. You got 2 possession receivers with Elijah Surratt and Omar Cooper and sneaky prospect and Becker. So maybe it's just systematically it fits what they want to do.
Mm-hmm.
Again, we're not talking about a roster filled of 4-star, 5-star, athletes. But we're gonna make do with what we got, and it works.
Yeah.
So with a balanced attack, it's enough to where, hey, are we going to just run shot over Miami? I'm not saying that because I'm going to give props where props due. But I know for certain that Miami offense, if Malachi Tony is held just contained just enough.
Don't sleep on that run game. They can really run the football though.
You're going to have to prove it. Because I know that guy, you're going to have to prove it. But Indiana just dropped a 50 ball on Oregon.
And they're not nowhere near as physical as Miami is.
All I'm saying is, what 50 ball have you seen Carson Beck through?
I can say they played better talent, but okay, in the playoffs than they did. Ole Miss. You think no? The way Oregon played, anybody's gonna drop a 50 ball on them. You don't think Ole Miss or Miami would have dropped 50 on them?
You don't think Ole Miss would have dropped 50 on?
Ole Miss or Miami would have dropped 50. Oregon had a bad game. That was a bad defense. Fell apart. I don't know what their defense was doing. They played 2 games, and not taking away from Indiana. They were great. They played great. But Indiana played 2 games where the defenses gave up midway through the game. Especially in that Alabama game.
Is that not physicality? Huh? Is that not physical?
Exactly. I think they're meeting a physical football team. I'm not saying Indiana's not going to win. I'm not saying that Mendoza's not going to finish like a miracle season by winning all these trophies and stuff like that. But some people are thinking that it's like a foregone conclusion that Indiana's going to put it on Miami. Do not think that. I think it's going to be like I said, 24-21, 24-17, something like that. I think Miami has enough defense where it's going to be a game. And again, it's going to come down to turnovers. And I trust a little bit more Mendoza than Carson because Carson Beck is turnover bug. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Mendoza's not gonna put the ball in harm's way. That's either that's coaching what Indiana playbook is, or that's just him. I think it's more Indiana. They'd be like, hey, let's not turn the ball over. We got a good defense. We gonna last. Carson Beck sometimes when you don't have to try like do too much, take a shot that you don't need to take at the wrong time. So that's the reason why I'm giving Indiana the edge because I think Mendoza is not going to put the ball in harm's way. You know what I'm saying? At all.
I think the last thing, I think if it did come down to a shootout, Miami gonna run out of ammo before Indiana does. You know, and again, and that's far from what I believe is going to happen because neither defense will allow that type of offensive production. We can sit here and joust back and forth, but I know that Miami defense is up and ready for this game. I know Indiana defense.
It's a top 5 pick on the other side of that on that Miami defense. He's legit could be number one overall for quarterback wouldn't need this so bad for them teams.
Yeah, I get that, but also I know that I just have that Miami offense running out of gas before Indiana does. And if they want to play it like, the same way Ohio State did, you can get the same result. And that's honestly your best hope if you're Miami.
Real quick before we move on to the NFL, Dante Moore makes I think, shocking thing of saying he's gonna stay in college this year for another year. Basically foregoing, I think like $40 million almost missing because he'd probably be even if not the first quarterback, definitely the second quarterback taken off the board. I'll let you go first. How you feel about it? Good decision, bad decision, or it is what it is.
I don't like it. I don't like it. I mean, because the draft fan in me, of course, wants there to be at least 2 notable quarterbacks going into the draft. You know what I'm saying? Just for organization building standards, bro. Because it's like, all right, if all of our hope is in Mendoza, it's like, all right, well, you kind of ran away with it, but you ain't got no competition at the top of the heap. All right, and this draft, in my opinion, is already missing, blue chip prospects. It's already a lack of that. So I was like, this is yuck. And then the second point of why I don't like it is like, bruh, what's your guarantee that you a lock next year? What's your guarantee that you're gonna be a top 5 lock? Or you gonna be in that, in that bunch? Because let's be clear, that 27 quarterback class is nothing to sneeze at.
It's a different class.
You know what I'm saying? Like, we don't know who may emerge come this time next year.
A lot of GMs that said Lenore's probably be one of the top picks if he did come out and he stayed.
You know what I'm saying? We just think of the cats that was like, all right, he could, again, with this post-COVID college football and NIL and all those things mixed into it. Yeah, football looks a little bit different this day and age. So I get it. Everybody's just, exhausting every year of eligibility they can get.
Yeah.
For sure. Whatever you want to do, bro. Whatever's clever, bro. But at the same time, it's like, damn, bro, like, are you sure? Are you got it? You and your team have to be certain that you are a sure shot to hang with killers. And that's what that quarterback class in 27 is looking like. Whether it's Norris, Nico, some folks out there like Sam Levitt, some folks like, Arch over here. You know what I'm saying? Like I think there's some folks that might still have some hope for Lagway. Like it's just like you gotta be certain. Oh, and didn't old boy from Duke go back this year too?
Yeah. You got him, you got CJ Bailey.
You know what I'm saying? My personal favorite. So it's like if you gotta be certain that you can hang with killers. And if you think your best shot is going back to Oregon, all right, bro. Hats off to you, man. I hope this is the truth. I hope you do not regret this decision.
Yeah, because you see what happens. Some guys that stayed, like Nussbaum stayed, dropped off the board. Kovnick stayed, dropped off the board. Drew Law stayed, dropped off. Now I told y'all that I never believed in any of them. But I do think that now this is like why I feel. I feel like would I made the decision? No, I would have went and got the money because I'm guaranteed lock. Most likely to be a first round, probably top 5 pick. Do I think? But do I also think he'll still be among the top quarterbacks next year? I do think. I do like his skill set. I do like his skill set. And I think he's going to get better. But
I forgot about Mava out there in USC. I forgot about, you know what I'm saying? There's other cats that's...
I do think he could have got better in the NFL, and I would have made sure the guaranteed thing. Because he could drop down the board a little bit. Do I think he'll still be one of the top 3 quarterbacks coming out next year? Yes, I do. I'm not even gonna lie, I do. And I think that's his calculus, but you never know what might happen. I think he's gonna get better. I think he showed a lot of growth and maturity. I think he don't have that was his first year starting.
Yeah.
So I do think he's gonna have a chance to be better, get better. I like what he does with the football. He doesn't really make too many mistakes with the football. Doesn't put it in harm's way. Athletic. But this year you could have really did some workouts and been considered. I don't think it was that hard to leapfrog Mendoza. Once some stuff start coming out, we start breaking down some other things. I don't think it's hard for him to leapfrog Mendoza. I do think he's a better talent than Mendoza. But each his own. I know the bread is there. Phil Knight money. His money is there. But is it $40 million though?
Okay. Well, I'll offer my last bit of grace here, because it also could just be a case of I don't like the prospect of playing for the Raiders or the Jets. Hey, we in a different, like I said, we're in a different age of football, bro. These kids could just feel like they can pick and choose, where they want to go. And they say, hey, if my options are, Vegas or New York, I can wait. I can wait. Chances are they might be right back come next year. You know what I'm saying? They might be right back picking at the top of the heat next year. So it could just boil down to something simple as that. But again, there ain't no guarantees. There ain't no guarantees, bro. There ain't no guarantees there's gonna be that many QB vacancies next year.
That's a fact.
To where anybody's even considering picking a quarterback. Well, not a plethora of teams that's picking quarterback next year.
Yeah.
Because, hey, like I said, that running back and wide receiver class ain't looking like no joke. And there's always D lineman or lineman to be had. So, again, the board can fall a million different ways, bro. Having a sure shot at this thing with this year, with this upcoming draft class, that's about the closest, house money you can play with.
Yeah.
But if that's not tickling your fancy, then hey, brother, God bless. God bless you. Wish them nothing but the best for you.
You know what I'm saying? Like I said, well, speaking of, and we had a surprising one, man. So I had to cue it back up because had a surprising opening come open. Hold on.
Ask for space.
Surprising, man.
I like this segment. Boy, this boy can't wait. This boy can't wait to get paid off. That boy can't wait to shoot his gun.
Oh man, wrong person. Hey, some Philly fans don't feel this way.
Yeah, that's a fact.
Not yet. But nah, Mike Tomlin steps down as the Steelers head coach with a career record of 193, 114 losses, 2 ties, 2 Super Bowls appearances, winning one in 2008, 62% win percentage, 19 seasons. If he doesn't coach again, will go down as will be one of, I think, 14 coaches to have a win percentage over 60% for a career. After 19 seasons, man. Hey, man, this is to me, he stepped down. I know a lot of people was asking for it. Asking for him to leave, but the Rooney family to fire him. I don't think the Rooney family was ever going to do that because I think people get spoiled. I think the Pittsburgh fans are getting spoiled because they never have seen losing. They went from Chuck Noll to Cowher to Tomlin. It can get spooky out here for y'all, bro. And y'all had a man that won 10 games this year, 10 games last year, 10 games the year before, with overachieving with not a good roster. That's what I don't understand about Steelers fans. The roster's not that great. He won 10 games last year with Russell Wilson and Justin Fields. We saw how both of them turned out when they left. He won 10 games the year before. He won 10 games this year with not a good offense. You know what I'm saying? The Steelers don't pay people. They had a Le'Veon Bell, didn't pay him. Didn't want to pay Pickens. They had people that was brought in, but the Steelers are not going to pay. We know they're not going to pay people. You know they're not going to pay. You didn't really see the succession plan at the Big Ben because nobody wanted to upset Big Ben and bring another quarterback in. And this man still found a way to win 8 division titles, 62% of his game, and never have a losing season. I think this is be careful what you ask for, F around and find out, because it can get spooky. Look at the Giants at Tom Coughlin left. They still ain't found no coach. You can be like them. You know what I'm saying? You can be like them after Bruce Arians left. They still ain't found no coach.
Come on.
You could be at like Tennessee when they let Mike Vrabel walk out the door. Trash.
You're gonna be wandering this earth forever, bro.
Hey, not to go too far back. You can find out what the Eagles did when Andy Reid left and they brought Chip Kelly through there. It was some spooky years put in there.
Until you do right by me.
I'm just saying, yo, like I know he stepped down, but like the people that was asked for and happy about it, hey, be careful what you ask for, man. Winning double-digit games, having winning season in NFL is not easy. And all this stuff, Super Bowl. Everybody can't win a Super Bowl.
It's not that easy.
I think I put it in our group chat with our friends. Didn't I put when I find it, ain't it how many cats have won a Super Bowl? I think it's only like 14 that's won 2. Go ahead and talk when I find it.
Yeah, I got you.
I got it. Oh, my bad. I got it.
Okay, go ahead.
14 coaches in NFL history have won multiple Super Bowls, and only 22 have won 1 Super Bowl. So if you add that up, that's what 36 coaches altogether have won a Super Bowl.
We're on like what, Super Bowl 50, what, 8, 7? What we on right now?
It's way up there. So like you got 22 coaches have only won 1. Out of all the coaches, there's 32 coaches in the league each year. Only 22 coaches have won 1. Only 14 have won 2. So winning the Super Bowl is not easy. And I told you it's only 1 of 14 coaches, if you never coach again, to have to end their career with a 60% win percentage. A legendary coach, bro. I don't hear nobody talk about he's not a legend or a great coach, man. All these players that don't want to talk, they're saying it. Keep to lead by saying, is he great? Is he great? Won a Super Bowl? Man, how many Super Bowls have you won, big dog? You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, like
he got one. Keith got one.
He got one. Like who else? Mike Tomlin got one, right?
Yeah.
But these cats want to cry about not being He's a Hall of Fame coach, a legendary coach, a leader of men. No person that's ever played without anything bad. He had Aaron Rodgers, who is like one of the most, cocky
enigma of a person.
He was like, had Mike Tomlin's back. Like, I'm just saying, bro, Pittsburgh fans, be careful what you ask. Some of y'all that's rooting for it, be careful what you ask for, bro. It's hard to win. It's hard to win in this league. It's hard to win. And he did it a lot.
If that ain't the truth, bro, because you can honestly, these coaching searches is just as elusive as finding a good coach or finding a good quarterback, bro. You can be wandering around in the dark for years.
Yeah, most of saying that Kevin Stefanski might get a job. He's such a great coach. And you saw his record.
Like, bro, these things, it ain't no sure shot science, bro. To where your organization can go. You can just, again, you can name the Raiders, the Cardinals, a laundry list of teams that still kind of stumbling around in the dark trying to find their footing, bro, because they don't have no makeup, no culture, no. Here you have somebody that's been there for what? You said 18, 19 years?
19 seasons.
19 seasons, bro. Second youngest coach to win a Super Bowl, 8 division titles, 3 conference championship appearances, and then went on to win 2 of those. Like, bro, some things, again, you can just be a prisoner of the moment and say, like, nah, he trash, he da. Like, bro, not that many coaches. There hasn't been that many head coaches in Pittsburgh's history as a franchise. They were only talking about what, maybe 4, 5
It's only been
since
3 since
since
1969.
since Chuck Noll, right?
Chuck Noll, Coward, and Mike Tomlin.
Then Mike Tomlin, right? So all in all, what you witnessed was something historic.
You got
Let's not
all
short,
the same coaches back to back. That's
you know
crazy.
what I mean? Let's not shortchange how historic that is, and how many iterations of the Steelers we've seen in that time. And during those Super Bowl era that he had, like, yeah, they was coming off of being just a stout offense. I mean, it's not stout offense, a stout defense. Harrison, Palomalu, all them guys that play on that defense, bro. Like,
That's some
and
great.
then you becoming like an offensive fire, like an offensive show with Le'Veon, AB, Emmanuel Sanders. Like, again, you just saw multiple iterations of that Pittsburgh Steelers team throughout this time, and it's like not that many coaches can survive that many peaks and valleys of trying to rebrand yourself of who you're going to be year in and year out. Only thing that can sustain that is having a culture and a tone setter and a coach that can maintain throughout all those periods. All
Mm-hmm.
right. Now, again, if you want to go wander out in the street and play in traffic and see if you can see if a good coach can hit you, go for it. But also, I can show you a guy that had 6 different starting quarterbacks since Ben Roethlisberger left,
Yeah.
and still never had a losing season.
Yeah.
So, hey, this is about as much as I can do, because they're gonna start saying people will start saying I'm lifting this man like he walking on water, but a good coach, man, nonetheless. Damn good coach.
So I just hate that, like, oh, he only won 1 Super Bowl, 19 years. Bro, there's some teams still waiting to win the Super Bowl.
Bingo.
That's all I'm saying, bro. Like, y'all, like, he stepped away. I don't think the Rooney family is ever gonna fire him. Because why would you?
Yeah.
Why would you?
It gotta count. All that time gotta count for something. Like, same thing with Coughlin. Like, yeah, eventually I'm gonna just step away. Y'all ain't nobody gonna kick me out the door. I'ma leave.
Yeah. But,
And he not coaching next season. So, like, you just gotta know how much he really invested in that city. Like, you ain't just gonna leech on to another team. Like, he really was 10 toes down in Pittsburgh, bro. That was a heavy investment.
So I think he takes a break off of this year. But
Yeah.
like, where do you think he goes? You think he coaches again? I think he coaches again.
I know. I say he going to Philly.
I think he coaches again. I don't know.
So,
He's
bro.
not that old, but I don't know. It depends. I don't know if he's gonna go to TV. He might chill. I don't know if he's just. I don't know. I don't know if he's done.
I think he's done, bro.
I think sometimes you need a break to fall back in love with the game. Do you see him in college?
Yeah, nah. I honestly think he's done, bro. Like, that's the same with like when Cowher walked away. Like, I thought Cowher could still be a coach in this league.
He was older though. I think Tomlin was like 51 years old. I want to say, still a young cat. I can see sometimes you need a break. That's why I'm surprised Jim Harbaugh is coaching again. Sometimes you need a break and then you come back. I think like it's talking about that Jason Garrett might get a chance to coach again in this cycle. I don't know. Like, I think if he wants to do it, it's going to be a job available. Somebody will get fired next year. If he
but what? Yeah, nah. You kind of proving that you deserve a seat at this table. Yeah, you
go. You can't.
Oh shit, boy! What? What?
Now where does Pittsburgh go next? I think Pittsburgh gonna hire somebody y'all can say big name. I saw some people they request to interview. I think they requested to interview the defensive coordinator for the Rams and the passing game coordinator for the Rams. I think they're gonna find, because they don't like to do this. They're gonna find some young cat that they believe in, and like, this is not a job that they say, okay, we're doing this for the show. You're going to at least get 4 to 5 seasons minimum, and if you do good, we're going to keep you around. Pittsburgh, the Rooney family is not about firing and rehiring, firing and rehiring. Like, they're not going to do that. Not saying this person might get. It's a lot of tough shoes to fill, just like all the other times of tough shoes to fill. Not saying this person gets 19 years, but I don't think they go get somebody that was a head coach before. I'll be surprised. I think they're going to find somebody they think that's going to wow them in an interview, a leader of men that they feel is a leader of men, and somebody they think can like grow within the organization because that's just their MO.
Brad, this is one of those jobs again. We said it already. That's just not offered that often. Where you got 19 seasons, and then God knows how long Kyra was there before that. Then
I
of course
was
you got
there from 91 to 07.
You know what I'm saying? So
and Chuck, no, I think that was from 1970 to 91.
So now when I bring that up, I bring that up because it also got to be a personality match too. Like you mentioned, leader of men. Stone said it. Like, bro, you got to be of that ilk of alpha to kind of lead that locker room and to kind of very much so lead that city. When it comes to like the gridiron and football. So it would be very amazing that they kind of give that shot to a true young gun. Now I can see somebody with that mentality of like a Robert Saleh who can thrive in that city, I would think. But if you're talking somebody like, or maybe a Brian Flores, he could probably thrive in that city. I don't see anybody of like,
offensive. I think they go OC. Maybe
but who? I can't see Cliff. I can't see Cliff Kingsbury being good in that
that's the
city.
name that pop up to me.
I don't think so, bro. I don't think he matches that city.
I think they go offense. I think they go
Mike McDonald. He damn sure.
Something that's been floated by some people that this Matt LaFleur Packers thing is kind of weird. That they ain't got he going into the last year's contract with no contract extension. That's kind of weird. Now, Matt LaFleur come on the open market and they mess around and package Malik Willis. Malik
Willis, you read it. You got it.
Malik Willis and Matt LaFleur to Pittsburgh. He's a young coach. He's done it before. He's coming with a quarterback. I can see because it worked in Green Bay. They do play. They run the ball. And I can see that because it's like some people said that only because it's kind of weird that man doesn't have a contract extension after what he's done at Green Bay. I don't know what Green Bay is waiting on. But if he somehow comes available, that's an offensive guy that I can see. Like there's going to be somebody younger. It's not. I don't think they're going to get an older coach. I don't think Mike McDaniel got the temperament, even though I think he could. If you put players around them, I think they can win. But then you're talking about somebody that's the leadership portion is
right.
Him. I do think, but that's another coach I do think gets another chance. Maybe not this year, but next year he's going to be a head coach again because it wasn't bad in Miami. But sometimes you can get better. Also, you can learn from your mistakes. And I do think I would love to see him go to Tennessee with Cam. That's just me personally with Mike McDaniel. And also, I would love to see Mike Tomlin go. That's why I said college or pro, go with a young team and mold that team. And like really younger players, I think can learn a lot from him. You know what I'm saying? And really like just the leadership role of it. But Steelers fans, I hope it works out for you because some of y'all really wanted this. I really hope it works out for y'all because it can get real spooky out here for a lot of seasons. Trust me, I know I'm a Panthers fan. I know. I know, but gotta do it though, right? Gotta do it. I did it for everybody else, so.
Your clothes, I had them folded. Meet me at the door.
Gotta drop a thug tear for that one.
Real.
Thug tear.
For real. Let's get into it, man. Let's get into some pro, right? The playoffs, man. Big weekend. Good weekend in sports. Let's get into some of these games. First game. The Rams outlasted my Panthers, man. The Panthers showed up, played a great game. Looked kind of spooky in the beginning, but that defense started playing better. Your boy, Kenny tried to tell us about my man Mike Jackson's the truth. Bryce Young played a lot better in that end of the first half, second quarter. second half, but then it's just Matthew Stafford making Matthew Stafford type plays, man. Puka Nacua making Puka Nacua type plays. Devontae, too much seasoned talent on that team.
Mm-hmm.
And when a play needed to be made, I mean, that was a perfect throw. I mean, that throw at the end of the game was a perfect throw.
You can't make it up, bro. You can't recreate it.
Horn, and then it showed the youth of the Panthers. Like Horn, as he gets older, would know you got to body catch that and go to the ground. Getting the first down is more important than getting the more yards. But his whole life, he's been making that catch and then turning it into touchdowns. So as he gets older, as I'm in the league, he would just body, like kind of turn his hands up, body catch that, go to the ground, get the first down, let the play more downs. But surprisingly, a really good game. Like I said, just more talent on the field for the Rams with more better quarterback one, better team one.
I truly wanted my prediction to be right on this one because I definitely had this one marked as like my shocker of the weekend. And for a few minutes there, I was like, oh damn, I might actually be right. Like, I might actually be right. The Panthers might actually pull this game out, bro. And because I'm right, the maturity in one game for Bryce is something I took of note too. Like composure on a playoff stage. You up against Matt Stafford. We are sure shot MVP this season. But again, going toe to toe, bro. I ain't see no way where he kind of batted the eye. It was just very simple. Like, okay, you had your shot. Now I'm going back on the field and I'm gonna take my shot at putting the drive together. And oftentimes, whether it was a screen or I need a late dig route from McMillan, he made those throws, bro. He made big time playoff throws. Those passes to Coker, that last one towards the back boundary of that end zone. Great catch by Coker, but also great throw. Again, I saw that next step in his growth as a quarterback and his growth as as a player in this league. Again, I know early on he was kind of very much trying to like run off on like, all right, we picked the wrong quarterback in that draft. We should have got CJ whatever. Hats off to that organization standing beside Bryce, bro, because I think he took a step. And again, you got two damn King Kongs as wide receivers on the other side of the ball with the Rams, bro. Puka and Devontae. Sometimes it's just like, hey, they gonna have some drops here and there. All right, cool. But but when the play need to be made, like Ann said, they gonna make it. And not for nothing, I'm gonna say it again. I'll be damned if the Panthers didn't make it tough for them. Just like they did the first go round, that damn CB duo made it tough for them again.
Yeah.
Y'all ain't ready for this conversation, so I'm gonna just put it out there and keep it moving. Best damn CB duo in the league, and I'll scare the hell out of y'all if I told y'all where I got Michael Jackson and compared to some of y'all CB ones. I'm gonna keep saying it till I'm blue in the face. Y'all be shooking in y'all boots if I tell you where I got Michael Jackson in comparison to like a lot of people's number one corner. But you ain't gotta stay on this point forever. Go ahead, Ant.
Hey man, Panthers surprised me, played a great game, but only one person can be the winner, so the Panthers gotta. Sometimes. Oh, that's just what it is. Good game, but only one person can win, and team with the better quarterback won. It is what it is.
Yeah, you know how the South is, bro. They could spin back.
Yeah. Goes to the next one, man. The Patriots win a defensive battle against the Chargers. And this just sums up the picture right here, sums up what it was for Justin Herbert. I know everybody's saying Justin Herbert can't show up in the playoffs, but I don't know how you show up when you're getting up
right.
on
the right.
They were killing that boy. It was bad. It was so bad. The Patriots defense showed up. Neither offense could really get shout out to both defenses. The Chargers defense that had played a hell of a game. Patriots played a hell of a game. Milton Williams hey, back in that playoff form, looking like he looked in the Super Bowl, Christian Gonzalez, hey, I just kept behind Stingley, probably my second best corner this year. I mean, his footwork is really good. Them receivers could not get open, though. I mean, the defensive game plan for both teams was great, but for the Patriots was even better. And it came down to what quarterback can just get enough time to make one play, and Derek May made it to Hunter Henry, ran the ball. Derek May made some good runs with his legs, field goal game. A lot of people didn't like it as much because it's not offensively, you know what I'm saying? Oh, a lot of offensive points, but hey, man, that was a damn good defensive battle. Two good defenses. Somebody had to lose. I don't really put this loss on Justin Herbert too much because, like, I mean, what
6 times, bro. 6 times, and boy got sacked 6 times.
And they couldn't run the ball. They couldn't run the ball. Like, it was the defensive game plan by the Patriots and how Mike Vrabel got them guys playing. Hey, man, the Patriots are for real. I like that defense. Didn't see much in the offense, but hey, sometimes you got to find a way to win nasty games like this, and that's what they did.
Yeah. I mean, at parts, right? Again, defense was present, for the majority of the game for the Patriots. I am a little little cooled on the Patriots right now, but I don't know how I feel about Drake May, bro. It was like 2 costly turnovers with the interception and the strip sack, right? But even with that, the Chargers were still held on a goal line stand. It was given the short field. It was like, all right, now this is our chance to score. They still didn't score. And so maybe like you said, when you have them ugly games like the Patriots had on offense, defense is just that damn good. And sometimes that's enough in playoff football, is that, hey, I got a defense that will survive this game. My defense is collapsing the pocket all game. We got 6 sacks. We're pretty much getting whatever we want on defense. Herbert can't move the ball, but we're gonna be okay. Either way, whatever we do on offense, we'll be okay because we got this game in the bag on defense. So maybe just be comfortable in that. But I don't know how long that will survive, in the next 2 games they got before they even reach the Super Bowl. So I am a little bit cooled on my hopes for the Pats.
Yeah, the offense is definitely going to play better, but in this game, some games it just hey, man. Sometimes you got to win. Sometimes to win a Super Bowl, you got to win games like this. Sometimes you got nasty games you got to win, and this is one of them. Defensive battle. As far as the Chargers go, I heard LA is beautiful because. That's what it is. So great game though. I like it. It's cool to see a chess match when you can really see an offensive coordinator and defensive coordinator really trying to get the best of each other, and that's all this was. You know what I'm saying? That's all this was. Let's get into the next one. Texans defense destroys the Steelers. Boy.
This shit hurt to watch.
Hey, bro. Hey, I think I woke up with a basket. Boy, the way them boys was hitting, boy, and it was the corners and the small guys coming down here and laying leather.
That boy Kamari lasted all of like 6'1", 198, and it was out there thumping. Boy was out there thumping. I think he had like 3 tackles for loss in the game.
What's that man? Al Jazeera? What's his name?
Al Jazeera, yeah, and linebacker, yeah.
He was coming downhill thumping shit too. Like it was different. The Texans was putting it on. That dinking and dunking stuff wasn't gonna work. As soon as you caught the ball, you was getting hit.
Mm-hmm.
Getting hit. And it showed the age of Aaron Rodgers didn't want to get hit. So he was getting that ball out of his hand early. He didn't want to get hit. And if you didn't watch this game, they won this game. I'm not getting too stat heavy with the pro games because you should have watched it. You missed out. In this game, CJ Stroud turned the ball over 3 times. 3 or 4 times. 3 times, man.
3 turnovers, yeah.
And fumbled it, 4 times, lost 2 of them, threw 2 picks, nasty picks. I don't know who the hell he was looking at. And they still won this game, 30-6?
Yeah.
In Pittsburgh, on a Monday night. That Houston team, man, C.J. Stroud can clear up the problems, and they can just score enough. Hey, Houston could make a run. That defense is really like that. That defensive line between Hunter and Anderson collapse the pocket, and that deep tackle ain't no slouch neither.
I'm about to mention him too.
Down one whole side of the field, shutting down the side of the field by himself, and that defense is no joke. They can rush with 4, so when you can rush with 4, you can drop everybody else back. Drop 7 back.
There you go.
Marks ran the ball. I think he ran over 100 yards. Nico gonna be in a concussion protocol. Hopefully, he can play. You don't know, but you know Nico can go off. He didn't really have that much this game, but you know anytime he can go off for 150. You know that. C.J. Stroud got to play better. This don't come down to C.J. Stroud playing better. This team has the tools to win.
Yeah,
C.J. Stroud is going to have to protect the football. If he protects the football, they're in every game. That defense keeps them in every game. And we saw the full force of that defense. Hey, man, great game plan by D'Amico Ryan. Hey, you got it.
Boy, they let the damn demon hounds out in the fourth quarter, bro. The damn Texas just released the damn dogs in the fourth quarter, bro. Like you got, I think Sheldon Rankins returned a fumble return for a touchdown. My boy Kalen Bullock, who quiet as kept, should be in a lot of people's top 5 safety list. For those that know ball, because he like that.
Yeah.
Said what I said. He got a pick for a tug too. Like it was to Ant's point, bro. It was just like, man, fucking bro. CJ, I don't know what you on, bro, but we got it. I don't know what you doing over there, bro. Hey, them nigga, hey, them boys are like, bro, I ain't even gonna give you the time or space to ruin this moment for me. We just gonna take the game over, bro. We got it from here, bro. Hey, them boys went on a 23-0 stretch in that fourth quarter, bro. 23 points in the fourth quarter. And this is a miss, again, a host of turnovers that they were suffering through the games, bro. Like, I get it. It was nasty. It was nasty. In Pittsburgh, the weather wasn't friendly. I'll give you that. The night game in Pittsburgh. But again, those lapses won't, you can't survive those lapses every week. You know what I mean? So you got to tighten up on offense, bro. CJ, come on, man. I think their next matchup is the Patriots. I think
so.
I want to say it's I want to say it's the Patriots, but hey, again, bro, we can overcome those, bro. That damn defensive backfield the Texans got. I already told you I got number 1, but they up there too.
Yeah, I mean
they up there too.
Was this a demolishing? And by look at the face of Aaron Rodgers in his hit, I think he was ready to. Hold on. I'm too old for this.
I'm too old for this shit. Danny Glover style.
He said, I'm too old to get hit like this. I ain't mad at him. That shit like it hurt. Let's get into the next one. We got.
Well, there's only so many more we can go, right? There's only so many more games to cover, right?
49ers pull off the upset in Philly. Oh, man. Hey, 49ers go in there and beat the defending champs at home. The microcosm of the Eagles season. Start off decent. Second half, fall off the rails. Can't run the ball. Can't pass the ball. A.J. Brown dropping passes even though he asked for passes.
He asked for it. Didn't really win.
Marcus Robinson, shout out to you, my brother. I did not know your game. Hey, you was getting open on. Hey, you see the touchdown pass?
I'm saying this quarter 1. What happened quarter 3?
Quinyon did have 2 picks in that game, so I ain't gonna be too hard on him.
All right, come on, APQ.
Brock Purdy, man. Hey, Kyle Shanahan. Every time he's been in the playoffs, he's made to at least the NFC Championship game. This game was, hey, Brock Purdy was making plays, man. Making plays on that defense, and Jalen Hurts wasn't making plays. That offense just couldn't make plays. It's like I said, it's a microcosm of the season. Everybody said, oh, but we're winning. We're winning. Oh, we're winning. You can't win like that. You're not going to win a championship like that. And the only reason why I picked y'all to win this week is because that team is decimated with injury.
Right.
But they told that didn't matter. That didn't matter. We got it. Don't worry about it. We got it. So 49ers going to Philly and pull off the upset. Kenny, man, I'm gonna let you take the floor, man. You got it.
I ain't gonna spend too much time on this. They lost the game. Next topic. I'm just messing with you. Like you said, bro, it's just something that never got fixed throughout the season, man. Like defense kept us in a lot of games throughout the season, bro. You know, it was always like the defense had to overcome the shortcomings of the offense. It just never got right. The running game was never there. We always had, pre-snap penalties or the post-snap penalties that would take away the big explosive play, or will have something costly happen at the most inopportune time, like a missed field goal or a turnover at the wrong time. Like we just kept getting in our own way, and this didn't even require a turnover on our side. It just required just inefficiency, incompetence, and that incompetence just doesn't stop at coaching. It stops in play as well. You mentioned the part about AJ, bro. Like you either gonna be all in or you don't. You either want to be great or you don't. Like you either want to, get the ball and be the world renowned wide receiver you claim to be, or you gonna drop a few passes and not speak to media. Which one is it? Same thing with Jalen. It's like, hey, bro, you Mr. Quotable, Mr. Cool, Calm, Collected, but you got outplayed on your own field. There's moments where you damn sure wasn't playing your best game. You don't want to run the ball or choose not to show that you're a better quarterback. But even in the spite of on the other side of the ball, you got Purdy, who is playing not that decent of a game too. He had 2 picks, but still can hit the X play. It's like two things can be true. Thank God for marriage, because my fiance is teaching me that this very moment is that, like, hey, 2 things can be true, man. Like the coaching can be bad, and Jalen ain't playing up to his standard, and we're not running the ball, and we're not doing the little things right. It ain't just all gotta be one person's fault. Few things can be true, and I think
One person asked for the ball a lot, and then when the time came for you to catch the ball, you didn't catch the ball. And then when you wasn't getting the ball because you wanted to catch the ball, you had everything to say to Twitter and the media. But then when you dropped the ball, you ain't got nothing to say to media or Twitter or anybody.
Squeaky wheel gets the grease, bro.
Man, that junk spread like wildfire, bro. I know it's a $20 million cap hit. He gotta go. Y'all not gonna get better, no matter what OC you bring in there. He wasn't happy last year. We're going to make this about AJ for a second. Then we're going to move on.
Okay.
He wasn't happy last year. But he couldn't say nothing because y'all was winning. Now that you can't run the ball, I don't like how you can say whatever you want to say when you're not getting the ball. But then when you do get the ball and you drop them, you dropped a lot of them in that game. Now it's like, I can't talk to nobody. You had everything to say when you wasn't getting the ball. Talk now. You act like you get open like Justin Jefferson does or Jackson Smith and Jigga. But you know what I'm saying? Hey, I know the $20 million cap hit, but until you get him out the locker room, I don't see how you move forward, because it's always going to be in the back of Jalen's mind. I got to keep this big motherfucker happy.
I agree, man. I think it's just it worked well. It was fun while it lasted, right? Having 2 wide receiver ones, being the team with the most weapons on offense. It was fun. It was fun until it wasn't, right? I think, tough times kind of reveal that personality wise, where it's just like all right, things didn't go my way. I'm gonna stew on it until I can. And I think, because by all means, I don't think Saquon was having the year that he wanted. I don't think Devontae was having the year that he wanted. I don't think Jalen was having the year he wanted. But who's the loudest person? Who's the person we're gonna point to when they do mess up? So it's like, bro, if it's always you that's reading a book on the sideline, always you that, you know, wants to like look like interested when things are not going your way, or you fussing at coaches when you're not getting the ball. If it's always you, bro, I can do bad by myself. At the end of the day, if I'm Jalen, like, bro, I can do bad by myself, bro. Hey, so AJ, all I ask is just be negotiable in this off season, bro. Look out on that contract, bro. Saying maybe move some numbers around, just make it team friendly so we can get you where you want to be, which is the hell off this team. And that's where we want you to. So it's just be negotiable. That's all I can ask, bro. Because you ain't about to sink us just because you want to leave. I'll be damned. Be damned.
Well, Philly. Now
They were stressing. Now hold on. They were stressing me the hell out anyway this year. So I'm all right with this. I'm all right with this. They were stressing me the hell out this season. So yeah, I can take a good break. I can take a solid break.
Let's get into the last two real quick before we preview the new games. Hey man, Josh Allen pushes the Bills past the Jags. Second half, Josh Allen put his cape on. They couldn't run the ball, which was not going to be easy. You're going against number one run defense versus number one run offense. Josh Allen had to put his cape on, and they won that game. Jags played really well, defense, especially that defense. That defense played very well. Stopped James Cook, the leading rusher. It just came down to it, and I think you can see the way Josh Allen playing, hey, yo, I ain't got no Lamar to worry about. I ain't got Joe to worry about. I ain't got Patrick to worry about. We're going to do it. This is the year we got to do it. So, good game by both teams. Just, hey, one team pulled it out. One team had the quarterback, better quarterback. That's what it came down to.
Again, I feel the same way I felt about the Panthers and Rams game, bro. Like, it was kind of written in the essence that this was just gonna be the Bills game. The same way like it was just gonna be the Rams game. But it wasn't without like a lack of valid effort from the Panthers or the Jags. I think the Jags played tough on defense, same way the Panthers played tough on defense. It was just one of those things where you needed a third down stop and you couldn't get it. It's just like one of those things where they just kept moving the chains for some reason or another. And it was just like, damn, you really needed those plays. You really needed that to go your way. Some of those Superman throws, or the Superman plays that Josh Allen happened. Sometimes you can't even discount them because those things only happen for players like Josh Allen. A lot of other teams you can get off the field, but hats off to the Bills, man, surviving the week. I really thought the Jags might have had a good shot, but hey, good to see you next week, bro.
Hey, and Jacksonville's a nice city, man. I heard it's real warm down there. You're gonna have to.
I would also say they're gonna be back because you hear those strong, encouraging words that woman told Coach Cohen.
Yeah, that was. Reporters didn't like it because people don't like it.
Nah, we ain't okay. We gonna turn this into a whole nother pod if you get me started.
Yeah. And Leon Carl ain't nothing to hang his hat on. Definitely a coach of the year candidate. So
yeah.
Let's get into the best one of the night, man. The Bears come back to beat the Packers, man. If you missed this game on Prime, boy, you missed a good. You missed high-level quarterback play. Kenny, I'm going to let you go on this one because I don't want to spend too much time because we got other things to get to. But hey, I told y'all for the longest that Caleb Williams' arm talent was different. I know we compared Jaden Daniels and Caleb Williams, but y'all saw off this throw right here. Y'all don't know this throw went 40 yards at 15 mile per hour gust wind.
The other way. Crossbody, the other way. So go ahead.
Oh, yeah. So both quarterbacks did their thing. Really showed the future of the NFL, like future faces of the league with Jordan Love, no slouch in his game. Green Bay, was not looking good down the stretch off their last 5. Caleb Williams, man, and the Bears pull out another close win. And the arm talent that boy is crazy. Arm talent that boy got is crazy. I know him and Jaden gonna get compared for all the time, but you can. This game showed why he was number 1 pick of the draft. Point blank.
And pro football in good hands, bro. I'm gonna tell you that alone. Pro football is in good hands. Caleb Williams may very well be. I'm not saying that Mahomes is anywhere close to being done, and there's not another host of quarterbacks that you could probably mention before Caleb Williams. Hey, sure, and that's only for right now. That's what I'm saying. Only for right now, you can still mention them because he's gonna be one of them ones. He will be one of those ones. You know, we're only looking at what year 2 right now.
Shit. Year 2 and year 3. Year 2.
Year 2.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, check back with me year 5. Year 5, 6, and 7. See what we talking about then. That's all I really want to say. And not no slouch to Jordan Love too. He played a hell of a game. I think this is more so how do you play with a lead, where they kind of falter at. Because even then when they did need to score, when the Packers did need to score, Jordan Love went out there and got him for that. They put up another touchdown when that score started to tighten up again. But hey, sometimes it just falls that way.
Yeah, man. So Green Bay, you had a good year. You got talent, man. Just sometimes that talent don't come together. But for right now, man, you gotta. So let's get into the games this weekend. The games this weekend. Let's get into the first one, man. Bills versus Broncos, Saturday, 4:30 on CBS. I meant to say 4:30 on CBS or Paramount if you got them.
Sure.
Denver is a 1.5 favorite in this game, the number 1 seed in the AFC. I got the Bills winning this game. I think it could either be not close or close, depending on what Bo Nix we get. I think Josh Allen knows this year the year he need to get one. At least get to the Super Bowl if he gonna get there.
Yeah.
I think James Cook has a better performance. I know that defense for the Broncos, the stout defense had the most sacks. Most sacks this year by far as team wise. Got some all pros on that defense. They're gonna have to run the football. I think Josh Allen's gonna run for 50 plus yards. I think James Cook is gonna have to run for close to 100 because I don't know if you can depend on them receivers getting open consistently against this defense.
Mm-hmm.
And but I still got the Bills winning this game. Close football game. I think Josh Allen has to put his cape on again and be Superman and drive him down there. I'm gonna say 17-14 late game field goal wins the game for the Bills. 17-14, Bills wins against the Broncos.
Not even gonna belabor this point, bro. Broncos winning this game. Josh, this is the year that Josh needs to do it, and he's not. I trust their defense, and I trust the fact that well, I guess you could say to a degree, yeah, I do trust Bo because I think he's gonna be able to make some plays in this game.
So inconsistent. Like you can get good Bo, or you can get really bad Bo. Ain't no in the middle with him this year.
Yeah, but this Bills defense is susceptible to a big play, and I think that's one thing that they can't get hit on between Sutton and what they got on offense, bro. They're gonna be liable for one. They're gonna be good. That Bills defense is good for 1 or 2 big plays. That's gonna like that, and that big play may be a backbreaker if it's done at the right time. So yeah, I got the Broncos winning 27-20. And if I had to predict how it happens, it might be 24-13 for a while. Broncos go up by another field goal. Bills get a late touchdown and hope for a defensive stop, and they don't get it. And
I like
Bo just nails the ball.
I like Broncos defense. I actually like their running game a little bit too. I just think like sometimes like some of these games that Bo had this year they won. were ugly. Were ugly games. I mean, and Josh Allen, I think sometimes if they keep it close, I think they got a problem. If it's close down the end, I think when Josh Allen has a chance to put his cape on, it's a problem. But the defense, if they like be up like how you said, then yeah, I can see the Bills winning. But we'll see. I think it's gonna be a low scoring game up there in Mile High. And that's why I got the Bills edging them. But I can see the Broncos winning, but I definitely got the Bills edging this win. I just don't know. I think Bo is susceptible to having horrible games. Like he's not the Bo of last year.
Yeah. I think they're gonna take off half the board with that Broncos defense too. And I would expect James Cook to have a big of a game too, because mind you, like you said, they got some all pros on that defensive line with Zach Allen. That's gonna snuff that out. So
they definitely got to run the ball to have any chance to win that game.
Yeah. So again, I'm gonna stick with my Broncos pick.
All right. Let's get into the next one. Sunday, 3 p.m. on ESPN. Texans versus Patriots. The Patriots are a 3-point favorite.
Want me to go first?
Yeah, you can go first. It's tough.
I go first. Give you a second. I'm gonna make it easy. Texans. I don't like. Oh, I was being nice earlier. I really don't like what I saw from Drake May last week. And that doesn't mean that CJ Stroud played that much better of a game neither. That's for damn certain. That doesn't mean it was all cotton candy on the other side. But I tell you what was proven is that if it came down who's gonna make a play, get a turnover, I think the Texas defense is more advantageous on that end. So I'm gonna go with the Texans. I don't expect this game to be that much. Man, who knows, bro? It can be 27. No, not 27. 2017. I give them that. 2017 Texas win.
Yeah.
Walk-off field goal.
I got this game, like I said, two good defenses though. Two good. You got Stingley on one side, Christian Gonzalez for the Patriots, Stingley for the Texans. You got Milton Williams, Will Anderson. You know what I'm saying? You got that defense. Both defenses got stars, and they play very well. This is going to be another defensive struggle for the Patriots. Like you said, I think it's going to be about what quarterback can make plays and what quarterback doesn't turn the ball. If you don't turn the ball over, then you're going to have a chance to win. Of course, it's going to come down to a kicker. I see this being another low-scoring game, maybe one, maybe two offensive touchdowns. I got this game very low-scoring. 14-10. Patriots. I don't like what I saw. Just as much as you don't like what you saw from Drake May, I haven't liked what I saw from CJ Stroud all year. And if Nico's in concussion protocol, Nico don't play, that's even worse. If Nico doesn't clear concussion protocol, it's going to be tough. So I got Patriots winning this game 14-10 over the Texans.
Fair enough.
There's going to be just two defensive struggles we got. Let's go to the next one. Rams versus Bears, Sunday, 6:30 p.m. NBC. They have the Rams on the road as a 3.5-point favorite. Was that what this game right here, man, I like what I saw from Caleb Williams and the Bears a lot. That's an opportunistic defense. They will turn you over. They can run. They didn't run the ball as much against the Packers, but I think they get DeAndre Swift and Ben Johnson going to find a way to get DeAndre Swift and the boys going. But the Rams have so much veteran talent. Devontae showed he can still get open whenever he feels like it. Kyron Williams and Blake Corum are still two very solid running backs, just like they got solid running backs on the Bears side. Puka is unguardable at times. Matthew Stafford makes perfect throws without looking. But Caleb Williams also made great throws too. So I think this is where experience plays a part. I think the Rams win this game in the shootout. I'm going to say 34-31 Rams. Matthew Stafford takes them down, and they kick a late game field goal, win the game. 34-31 Rams.
No, not so fast, my friend. I can't see that, bro. We gonna drag you out to the Windy City and make you throw. Not to say that he can't, but it's gonna be a slow start. I'm kind of thinking of like the difference that makes in last year's playoffs when they had to come out to Philly. Um, so with the defense that the Bears have, it's gonna be somewhat of the same struggle that they had last week of, getting open against the Panthers. But the difference here is that I am more in favor of Caleb Williams' play at this time than I am of Bryce Young. That could just be the embarrassment of riches that, Caleb Williams had between the Doomsday, Luther Burden, and DJ Moore and Colston Love. All them guys, they just got a stacked offense, and with Ben Johnson at the helm, it just looks a little like the prospects of it looks a little bit better, and it's enough to keep up with that offense on for the Rams. So I think there will be turnover. They will force Matt Stafford to a turnover. If not him, we'll get some fumbles out of Kyron Williams. Um, and that's gonna be the turn. That's gonna be enough to turn the tide of the game. And I think we're looking at an easy 31-27 game Bears win.
If getting down by that much, you're not gonna get down by with a seasoned play caller like Sean McVay and Matthew Stafford and them guys. If you get down by that much again, you're not coming back 16 points.
Ask the Eagles, they did it.
I don't see that for them. That was a different Eagles team. I like the way I sometimes experience matters. You know what I'm saying? And seeing Devontae come back after that injury and still be able to get open and move good, you can't guard everybody.
I think the Bears can. The Bears can guard them.
We'll see.
Yeah.
I think it's gonna be a high scoring game. I think it's gonna be the one where you are gonna see some touchdowns fly.
Yeah, good question.
Let's get into the last one. 49ers versus Seahawks, Saturday, 8 p.m. on Fox. Seahawks are a 7-point favorite, a touchdown favorite against the Niners. Kenny, what you got for this one?
Finish the damn job, man, and do what the Eagles couldn't. I'm going Seahawks. That magic that they had last week was cool, but the Seahawks are a much better team, and they're a reason why a lot of other teams were running out of their playoff seed. They didn't really want to be the playoff seed that they originally was casted to have, because the Seahawks have everybody running off on the plug. So I'm gonna go with the Seahawks handedly. Good dub, shake off the rust early, so it might be a slow start, but it's going to finish in the dub. Seahawks over the Niners. This shit might get ugly. It might end up being a bloodbath. So I'm going a lot to a little. I'm going 31, 34, 35, something like that, to about 14, 17, something like that.
I can see it that way. I really can, because sometimes it just catches up with you.
Yeah.
But Kyle Shanahan, ever since he's been going to the playoffs, when he does get in the playoffs, he makes it the NFC Championship game. Every time. When they didn't think they had a quarterback, then Brock Purdy emerged. I think they're too common of opponents for a blowout to happen, because Sam Darnold will give you the ball. He will give you the ball. But they can run the football. The key is, if Robert Saleh can find a way, I think you're going to have to live with Sam Darnold beating you, which he can, with Sam Darnold throwing the ball 30 times to beat you. Because you can't let Charbonnet and Kenneth Walker run all over you. You gotta stop that. And I know that might. The reason why I got the Seahawks winning, because they got to bring pressure to rush Sam Darnold, and that leaves your back end with Smith and Jigba back there.
Talk about unguardable. Talk about unguardable.
I would take the 7-point spread for the Seahawks. I think this game 31-17, 31-21, something like that. I think the Niners, great year. Beating the Eagles at home, big upset.
Yeah.
But just sometimes injuries catch up with you, man.
Mm-hmm.
I think Christian McCaffrey does have a decent game, though. I think Brock Purdy plays pretty decent, but sometimes you just don't have enough firepower. And I think that defense, they can't really get a pass rush with 4 unless they find something here. They got to sell out and stop something. And if I'm Robert Saleh, you got to stop Kenneth Walker and Starman. You can't let them both run for 100 yards on you, right? Try to confuse Sam Darnold. Sometimes in playoff games, Sam Darnold looks bad. That's the only way I think they can stay in this game. They turn Sam Darnold over, which can happen. He will give you the ball. But like I said, I think I got Seahawks. Keep the season going. I'm gonna say 31-17. I think they pull away late, though. I think it's a closer game than people give credit for, and they pull away late. But again, I will say this about the 49ers, Kyle Shanahan, even though I know he's gonna win, it should get consideration for coach of the year. With all them injuries, and still have a chance at the end of the year to be the number 1 seed in the NFC, and then actually go into Philly and beat Philly on the road in the playoff game. He should have some consideration for coach of the year. He probably won't win it, but he should.
Yeah, he probably won't win it because I mean that's just the standard too. Because it's not the first time that he's been faced with unsurmountable odds, and he still puts together a quality team. Like to our point at the top of this episode, it was just like, you're not going to find quality coaches like that often. And Shanahan is another one of that ilk where teams broke down, and you're really the only true thing that's holding that team together is the coaching. So it should be considered, but there's a few other candidates that's up for it too. But they won't be able to survive this one, especially if they deploy how I think, that rookie Emin or Witherspoon, somebody would be on Christian McCaffrey watch that whole game, bro. Especially if you ain't got nobody to worry about, like what's the old boy's name? The tight end for the Niners. I can't even think right now. Like he's hurt. Yeah, if you're not really watch for anybody else killing you, all right, yeah, they'll survive. They'll be okay.
Yeah, man. So another good weekend of sports, man. You got football games Saturday, Sunday, and the championship game on Monday, man. Hey, man, what can you say about playoff football, man? If we have a weekend like last weekend, should be a good one. Should be a very, very good one, man. Very, very good one. So, good episode today. Appreciate everybody that watched, hung out with us tonight.
Mm-hmm.
Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. But for this episode, man, IDK Sports Podcast, your premium spot to talk sports with the average guy.
Yeah.
My name is Anthony. My main man Kenny. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe. Until next time.
What's up?
Holla.